About 6 months ago, I made a video talking about a Roblox group that I considered to be the worst group on all of YouTube. These people were posting very weird content, doing things that seemed like scamming their audience, and so many other things I exposed in a long video talking about everything that they had done. I honestly thought it couldn't get any worse until I checked back in on their channels today, and it has honestly gotten much worse than I ever could have expected. But real quick, feel free to like this video and subscribe, it means the world to me, but either way, let's get right into the video because these guys are pretty insane. Now to go back to about 6 months ago, I had been doing some research on a YouTube group called the Proa family. A friend of mine named Lemmy had made a video on them a few months prior, and I was considering talking more about them as it seems like they had continued to get worse since his video. Now in my video, I delved into a lot of the things that they were doing. I'm going to show a couple clips about what I talked about here, just so you guys can get filled in or reminded on what exactly this group had been doing. Basically, these accounts were created to promote a game. They utilize a ton of AI in their videos, which takes away a ton of the humanity and personality and shows they do not care about making quality videos. And then they steal content to try to get as many views as possible to promote their game. You guys will see a link, which I'm not going to show in this video, but it basically says free skins and add-ons for Minecraft with a link. Now, once you click this link, there is a lot of things that could happen. For one, these links could steal your data because, as you guys can see on screen, feel free to pause that and read it if you'd like. When you click on a link, it basically can get as much information as possible, possibly download malware onto your device, and do a ton of different things that could put your computer and device at risk. Now, as you guys can see in this video, I did talk a lot about the things that they had done, and I also took a look at their channels a little bit. And the thing is, they were making a certain type of content back then that it seems like they're not continuing to this very day. For example, the YouTube channel Proa, which I talked about in this video, has basically gone entirely stagnant and actually lost subscribers since I last made my video. And a lot of the channels I actually mentioned had stopped posting after my video, some point after I posted my video and exposed them all. I don't know if it was related, but they ended up seemingly a lot of these channels have gone inactive. But there's one channel that still stays active and still has massive success and strength that has switched types of content and has gotten even worse than it used to be, which I'll talk about in just a moment. But real quick before I do that, let's take a look at their Roblox games, which they've been promoting so heavily. Now, as you guys can see on screen right now, that was how the games were doing under their group, and today it seems like the games have dwindled almost entirely to lose all of their players. I mean, this place is pretty much like a ghost town. Like some of these games, like Sword Fight RPG Simulator has 1 player, Proa Simulator has 3 players, and Forge Frontier has 5. The only game with some players left is Proa Kingdom, which has 22, but overall, all these games have pretty much died out under this group. Basically, all the members of this group are Silver, Proa, Frozy, Zumi, Falco, Yuki, and Dave. There are some of these that I talked about in the last video that are completely dead. For example, Dave has an entirely inactive channel that hasn't posted in a long time and has actually just not gained any subs since I made my video. One of the channels on this group is someone by the name of Frozy Blocks, who, if you were to look at his chart of views on his channel, has pretty much entirely fallen off. I mean, he was pulling like millions of views, and now he's struggling to pull even, hundreds of thousands. But he seemingly is posting a lot of videos. The interesting thing is, there are a bunch of like 99 Nights in a Forest videos, and even though these are pretty bad clickbait, none of these seem too bad until you start seeing some of the ones like this one, He Must Choose His Soulmate, which I'm gonna censor out part of, which just have a weird thing. But it gets even worse because the thumbnails being used on this channel are honestly so weird, and this is something I'm gonna get into a little bit later, because if you guys to look at this one, Extreme Would You Rather in Roblox, Who Will Survive, I'm gonna censor it out again, but there's some disgusting stuff in this thumbnail. It is really bad. Like, I'm gonna be honest, this thumbnail is like really like weird, and I think it's pretty interesting how these videos are struggling to pull even 4,000, 2,000, 1,000 views on them. Like, this guy has pretty much entirely fallen off. The only thing kind of keeping his channel going is his shorts, a redirect link in their bios that likely is stealing people's data, like I mentioned in my last video. But even though this Frozy channel is still technically active, the channel that I want to talk about the heaviest is one that is actually much more successful than it was when I made the video, and that is one by the name of Zumi. Now, Zumi Proa is a massive channel right now that is inside of the Proa family. If you were to look at his banner, it has the Proa family thing and promoting their 3 games. Now, looking at the statistics of this channel, if you were to go to the past year, you guys would see it has stayed pretty popular. I mean, there's been spikes, but it hasn't really, fallen down to a lower baseline. This channel is still getting a ton of views. Now, I just want to emphasize, over the past 28 days, this guy's gotten 145 million views. He's a very big YouTuber, and he has over 5.3 million subscribers. So for one, like 90% of this guy's views come from YouTube Shorts. But while these videos are kind of weird and just like weirdly edited AI videos, his long form videos are where it starts to be a little bit more suspicious and weird. You see, just like that channel I was just looking at, the thumbnails on these channels are very, very weird. The thumbnails that this guy uses, some of them are normal, but some of them are really odd. For example, a few days ago, he posted posted a video called Indra Chan is pregnant with twins in Steal a Brain Rot. And I'm not making this up, I wish this was a joke. The thumbnail shows a Roblox bacon hair saying, "Who's the dad?" looking at a pregnant female version of the character of the owner of Blox Fruits. Bro, what kind of timeline are we living in where this is the type of YouTube content that's getting 300,000 views? Are we serious, bro? Now, a lot of these thumbnails are kind of like just weird, but like not that bad. Some of them are like weird, some of them are odd. But I'm gonna be honest, this guy is very, very popular and he has kept his success. Zumi's posting a lot and he is getting hundreds of thousands of views on his Steal a Brain Rot videos. So I guess I kind of have to respect it. But then again, the same things I mentioned, like them promoting a suspicious redirect link in their bios, which Zumi is still doing, saying free mods and skins for Minecraft, is still an issue. There's a chance it could be taking people's data. So I just want to say, be careful if you guys are gonna look into this stuff, because it is honestly a little bit dangerous. Now, hopefully they're not the kind of people that would just, take and sell people's data, but you never really know. They might just want to make money in some way, shape, and form. But if we were to look at another one of these channels called Falco, this one hasn't posted in 62 days as well. Like if you were to look at the charts of a lot of these channels, they really just barely post, randomly out of nowhere post, and then that's kind of it. Like, and these channels like the Falco one have over 2 million subscribers. I just can't even imagine how many play buttons these guys have. I'm pretty sure this is a group of a ton of people and it's like a company, and they don't roll these channels that have millions of subscribers in total. Now, looking at another one of the channels named Silverblocks, it seemingly looks like he has a different PFP than most of the other Proa family members, but his videos are arguably even weirder and more odd than the other ones I've talked about. This is likely the weirdest of all the channels in terms of thumbnails, branding, packaging, and the stuff that this dude is doing. Now, the most recent things this dude has posted, dude, what are these thumbnails, bro? Like, I'm gonna censor them out in this video, but you guys can kind of get the gist. Like, it's usually just Roblox characters in like art form with super exaggerated butts farting, and there's like poop in the thumbnail. Bro, what are these videos? You could not catch me in a million years making videos with this kind of thumbnail. And he's spamming this kind of thing too. He's made so many videos with that kind of thing. It is so weird, bro. I mean, look, I think these guys are getting pretty desperate. Like, they're posting these long form videos and they're doing insanely clickbaited, odd, weird, gross thumbnails. Like, it seems like they're kind of falling off because the majority of the channels that used to be big are dead, like completely just dead, inactive. There's only a few that are still sticking around. Basically, it seems like as Blox Fruits kind of started to die over time, most of these channels that were based off of Blox Fruits have pretty much quit or gone to something else. Like, either one of these channels is completely dead or now is posting videos on Steal a Brain Rot or something. But an interesting thing I found that makes this honestly even weirder and is another piece of, suspicious things about this channel is I was looking and there's a channel called Blox&eacute. Now, Blox&eacute is listed in the description of the Proa Games group on Roblox as being one of the members. If you were to look at his channel, he originally got popular for posting videos on Blox Fruits. So that's where he got the most views. That's where he got like 10 million views, 8 million, a bunch of videos that got a lot of views. But now his most recent things are these weird Minecraft shorts. There's a lot of these as well. Now, I'm not going to show any of the videos on screen because I don't want to get copyright struck or anything like that. I'm not saying they would, but just saying it is a danger. But these videos are kind of suspicious because, as you guys can see at the bottom of them, it says @dumbck. It doesn't say @Blox&eacute, the channel. It says @dumbck. Now, at first when I saw this, I thought, okay, this guy's just re-uploading someone else's YouTube videos or TikToks or something and like, claiming them as his own to try to get views. And honestly, it's not doing too well because the most they're getting is like 30k views. But the thing is, when I searched up @dumbck to try to figure out like where these were coming from, I found this channel here, dumbck, and if you were to look in his banner, it says media@protagames.com, and in his bio it says the same thing everything else says, free skins and add-ons for Minecraft, and it's a link to a redirection link. It seems as if some of these channels have been repurposed to making Minecraft shorts promoting their free skins and add-ons app that they have been promoting all this time. They're still promoting this app heavily, and it seems like now they're in the Minecraft niche uploading these, basic generic shorts. It seems like they repurposed the Yuki channel and maybe they made a new one or changed the dumbck one into a Minecraft shorts channel. And there's likely way more that I haven't been able to find yet that are also by Proa Games promoting the same exact app through the same exact link. Now, one of the main things I want to mention in this video and reiterate that I mentioned on my last one is why I actually think that the promotion of this app is kind of dangerous. You see in the bio of this channel is a redirection link, which is a link shortener to turn, a different link to like have like a middleman, So you go from YouTube, then you click on this link, and then you go to that and it sends you to the next thing where they want you to go. To basically say that there's a chance they could be taking your data along the way, and not even to mention what they could be doing while you're using the app. I'm not going to guarantee to say they're taking all your data or whatever and selling it, which you should always be careful of, but it's very suspicious the way they've been promoting this, and everything I mentioned in my previous video still holds up to time, and there has not been an official response by the Proa Games people at all that I've been able to find. If you guys know anything more about this, feel free to comment it down below. I'm trying to figure out more information, of course, but realistically, guys, it seems like these people are trying to leave Roblox, or a couple of them stick around. They make these weird, gross thumbnails. As soon as Steal a Brain Rot bot dies, they'll probably vanish again and go to some other niche. Like, that's just kind of how it's gonna go. My best suggestion, guys, is just don't go harass them, don't go do weird stuff, just leave them alone, let them do their thing. They're probably gonna quit like a year or two because they actually have no real passion and all they want is views and money. But either way, that's gonna be it. I'm glad to be back to videos. There's gonna be a lot more soon. Have an amazing day and take care.